threads, yeah. So we're going to install a flume or a chimney valve. I'm not actually 100% sure what it's called, but I'm sure I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the title of the video. So where we get these, it's $14.99 for the valve itself, and I think it's another $16.99 for the second section of pipe. So this section of pipe here, I'll show you. You see how it's got that seam? This thing doesn't come pre-pushed together. So if yours doesn't as well, the easiest way to do it, and you gotta bend it to make sure it works. I'll figure it out once it's on this thing, because I'm going to have to bend it to get it all into the right area. But what you're going to need your pipe, if you're just assembling pieces. If you get a whole kit, that's fabulous. I didn't have that available for me. Excuse me, I burped. But you're going to buy this. You're going to need the valve itself. Well, that's good enough to make a valve, but that's not good enough to install it. So next thing you're going to need your drill, whatever it is. I've got this little impact driver. Robbie number 2. Is that the right size? It is the right size. And I grabbed a couple little step bits, because I'm going to need a drill hole big enough for this. It's probably going to be the second step on that bit. So these things aren't the best at starting holes, but I'll make it do. So that's why I've got 2 of them, just in case one is a little better than the other. I've got tons of these things. The amount of these I buy as whole kits, and then one shatters the chuck, like the chuck will break on it using this impact driver. I just end up buying another kit because it almost costs the same as just buying the one drill bit. It's like $12 for just the one bit, or the entire kit sometimes goes on sale for $20. So you're just like, whatever, I get a bunch of brand new ones. And then the other thing you're going to need some self-tappers. Now you don't need big ones. These ones here, you see that? There's no dimensions on this box anymore because I've had it forever. But they're not very big, and they're just Robertson ends. Yeah, you don't need anything heat treated or anything like that. The flume itself, or the chimney itself, doesn't actually get like hot enough that you need something tempered or you need something painted or anything like that. I mean, unless you've got a bunch of moisture in your home, then maybe these might rust at some point. But all the ones I've gotten to this, all they've done is turn gray. So let's get started, I guess. So what we're going to do, we're going to undo these ones. And I contemplated the idea of putting it down lower, like right off the head of the chimney. The thing I'm worried about, if I go right at the head of the chimney, I'm going to end up, when I close it or get it close to close, and I'll show you this as well. It's not a perfect close either. When it's closed, let's see if I can point it out here. You see all it's not perfectly closed. It'll still, there's a gap almost all the way around this thing. So, even when it's closed, it's not closed. And the way this thing works, this little spring here, it's not just for tension, it's for installation. So I can go in, just push it real hard, you twist it, so then that little knobby bit right there isn't blocked up against anything, and then when you're in between again, twist it again, comes right out. And now I got a pokey jabby. But I already said we're going to get started, and I haven't even started yet. I'm still talking. So the idea is I'm going to put it here, and if there's any buildup of smoke in here because I'm burning wet wood or whatever, it's going to bypass and it's still going to come through. I don't want it to be at the point of highest pressure. I want it to be at least kind of dispersed inside the pipe before it exits. So the hope is that flume or the valve isn't going to end up closing it off and I end up with a bunch of smoke inside the house. That's the hope. So we'll find all these screws. Okay, there's one there. And I might end up needing a hammer as well for forming the metal. We'll find out. Oh yeah, that's covered in black. And I might have to get my better half to give me a hand. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. That's it, just 3. I must have ran out of screws or not brought enough in when I did this the first time. Oh yeah, that's a tight fit. The way it's supposed to be. Oh my god. Woo! Okay, so we got that up. Ow! Hands are not hammers. But, so now what we're gonna do is we're just kinda, I think I'm just gonna eyeball this. The guy should measure. So, give me a moment, I'll find a measure. Okay, found my marking device. A very well used carpentry pencil. One itty bitty pocket sized tape measure, as a professional homeowner does. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna measure this. So you're gonna measure your ribbed area. It's ribbed for nobody's pleasure. We're gonna go, okay, so that's about 1.25 inches. We're gonna come this way, and we're gonna go, oh wait, maybe better off measuring from the little rib right here. Not from the slots, but from this little bulb right here. That's gonna stop it. Because I don't want that valve to be interfering with this in any way. It's round, it's not going to, but I kind of like the idea to have it close to center. So let's go like that. Okay, so that changes. 1.75 inches. Okay, so now what do we got going on here? But oh, that doesn't change things at all though. It just changes where I'm measuring from. Because this is all that's going to be coming in from the top. Come with me on the adventure of thinking things through. So we're only going to deduct 1.25 inches. So now we go from the rib up, and that's about 10.25. So 9 inches is going to be, where we go, half a 9, 4.5. Bingo. So what we're going to do, we're going to go like this. We're going to go 4.5 ahead. No matter what way we go, even if I'm over here, that'll still be center when I go through here. But the main thing I want to make sure is I'm not lined up with this ridge, which I should have thought about before I did this. So we're right there. Ooh, we're mighty close to that ridge. We're going to move it over. Best part. Erased. Okay, so try this again. We're going to go bing, bing. There we go. I even have a speed square in front of me. Whoops. Okay, so that's going to be 4.5 from that little ridge where it's going to stop. 4.5. Right there. Right, we're happy with that. Yeah, we're close enough with that. It don't need to be perfect. If it needed to be perfect, I'd pay someone else to do it. So, we're going to do that. And now, we're going to pop our bit out. Grab whichever one of these is smaller. Because normally, and what I mean by smaller, I mean I like the smaller start. Right? So if you look at these, this one is going to be better at drilling your starter hole because it has a slightly smaller tip. So it's going to have a smaller cutting edge, and it's going to have a smaller diameter once it gets into it. So this is going to be like when you run a pilot hole, you want to pick a small one. Within reason, you don't want to go so small you break it, but that's why they come with them. So we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to make a decision on whether or not we're going to go step up or if we're going to go through this one, depending on, we're just going to compare the size of the shaft to the sizes I have on these. It'd be helpful if it was going righty-tighty. Oh, wonder. Oh, wonder. Got the hole started. What was that, love?
You made soup a bottle.
You made soup a bottle?
No, have you?
No, I haven't. Soup is a bottle cap outside, if you heard her anyways. She was my better half was asking me about the bottle cap outside, if I made a bottle or not. How do we feel about that size of hole? Oh, that is good. That is good. That's almost tight enough. There's almost nothing there. Like, I gotta wiggle worm that in. Okay, so now, what we gotta do, do this in real time. I gotta line this up so it's gonna fit. I hope this bulge right here isn't gonna be a problem. Ooh, maybe I should round this first. That'd be good, because my center is gonna move when I make it more round. So, squeeze it together. Okay, that was good. I really hurt my hand. Hey, love, you got a moment? I'm going to lift this if you want to try and get this in between. I'm going to lift this. Oh, I'm going to see if I got pliers. So I'm going to turn this off here in a second, but what we're going to do is we're going to lift this thing up. Well, I'm going to lift this up, and we're going to try and flatten out a bunch of this edge because I pushed a bunch in because this thing's got some dents in it, and I dented it to kind of fit so I didn't have a leak or as much of one. So we're going to lift it, we're going to pinch these, and then we're going to put the pipe in place so I know the way it's going to sit. And what I'm going to do is, once it's in, and I put my rod in, I'm just going to push it in as far as I can, and I'm going to walk it left to right. Ooh, this isn't a good idea. I'll just walk it left to right once I have it formed, and I'm going to know basically that's where center is, because the center is going to be the furthest point away once it's formed to the steel in here. And we're going to pop it back off, we're going to put the new butterfly on, and then we're going to install it. Okay? Okay, so now that we've done that, brought it up, I bent these back kind of straight, put this, my better half put this in for me, and so we know the way it's going to fit. And then I went and I did what I was talking about, put it in, kind of searched for where it's going to be kind of straight, and so you can feel it when you push, like you can go a little further, and then it kind of tries to shorten up on you. And where it was like the furthest out, I gave her a couple bumps on the backhand with my hand, and I've just got ever so slightly. You might not even catch it on camera. Let's see. I'm right here. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it there. Just the tiniest little booby. Okay, so the idea now is I'm going to go 4.5 inches up, lined up with that. So then it's going to be straight in here. I know that I'm at least left to right good, and now I need up and down. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, now 4.5 inches. Oh, and I've measured that out at 4 1/8. That's not even that far off. That's kind of wild. Okay, that's that. That's that. Does not want to go, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the same thing we would do if we had a punch in here. We're going to take this because it's actually got a spike on the end. If you don't have anything spiky, you probably should just grab the right tool. By the end of this, I'll give you a list of the tools you're going to need. Unless you're following along with me, then this is going to be a pain in the butt. Thank you there. Nope, but we're gonna send it anyways. Oh, balls. What a pain in the nuts. There we go. Ah, cool. Got a good hole. It looks a little messy, but that's okay. Part of me wants to let this sticker melt off, but I don't really like the idea of the fire on the inside of the house.
That would be stinky.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna line ourselves up and we're gonna work that little jaunt through as well as put our valve in. So, like a sewing needle, or not a sewing needle, like a knitting needle. Man, they give you a whole lot of play with these things. Oh, I forgot parts. I pulled all the parts off this. So we need the backer for the spring back on, the spring back on, the other backing for the spring back on. And I'm going to put this seam at the back. So we're going to go like this. So the handle is on this side of it. Yeah, we're going to put the handle on this side of it. Okay, so you can see we've wiggle wormed our way through, but it's not set up yet because we've got that little bend at top. So now what we need to do, we need to push it. It'd be good if I knew if I was watching what I was doing. Okay. Why doesn't that seem like it's working now? Sometimes I feel like I missed something. There it is. Got it. So as you can see, she does not sit perfect in there. But she does open up nice and wide. And we're pretty close to closed. Okay. So now we go for install. Hey, lovely.
Hi, I just have to pee.
Okay, I'm going to try this one-handed.
No, I'll take 2 seconds.
I'm going to try it one-handed. Oh, no, I got it right. I went and I put it down with the louvered end up. And I was like, oh, man, I put it in backwards because I went and I lined up the back like that. And I'm like, oh, no, I did it right. It goes like this. Or, I think I noticed that. Otherwise, I would have been partway through and been like, what the heck? Okay. And up we go. Those insulated stovepipes are kind of heavy. Oh, that's one way to lose a finger. Nice and entertaining story when you get to the hospital. Maybe I could like that first. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah! And it just hammered it right on in. Oh, that's bang on.
Sorry.
Bingo! We did it.
You did it.
Okay, another fun part, throwing the fasteners in. Zip, zip. Throw the Robertson in. Oh, you don't need to apologize. I was excited. Okay. So, ooh, you know what? We're going to use those old ones first. Maybe I shouldn't use the old one first. Ooh! Spicy. Oh, they don't have much of a tip left on them. You know what? I sent that one in, and we're gonna replace them. We're just gonna replace them because they're cutting new holes. Ow, my toes! Oh, that went right. See how little effort that took? Oh, nice. And then we're gonna throw one more in here because we only had 3 before. So we're gonna go right here. Sweet. And now this top one, we're gonna hit it with 4. Am I missing one on this bottom? I don't think I was. I think there was only 2 on the bottom. We'll go corner. I just said corner, and I'm working with a round stovepipe. There's no corners on this. Okay, and then we'll go just on the other side of this. On the other side of the seam here. This is something I've wanted to do for the last at least year. We finally got around to it. And I can't believe I posted it on YouTube. Okay, cool. And that's open. That's closed. Open, closed. Oh, it goes in. Nice. Okay. Okay. And maybe I'll post a video of it operating. That'd be cool. And if it fails, I'll still post this. Okay, so this is kind of a test. It just started. There isn't much for embers going on there. I've got it currently closed. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that. So there's a pretty big difference there in the flame from open to closed. Just look at it pulling that flame up. That's wild.